Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of Moth to a Game. In this episode, we're going to be going over Dungeon Mayhem. More specifically, D&D Dungeon Mayhem Monster Madness. This game made by Wizards of the Coast, and it's manufactured by none other than Hasbro. You know, I told you, they got a monopoly on this thing, basically. Anyway, so this is an action-packed card game for 2 to 6 players, but I believe that since I bought all the expansions for it, I think that you can play with 12 people, up to. So this game is not very long of a game. It can take 15 minutes, it can take 30 minutes maybe, but it's pretty fast-paced game, pretty quick, pretty easy to pick up. So each of you will choose one of 12 players. There's lots of different people to choose from. There's monsters, so my favorite part of it is that this Monster Madness book comes with a nice, clean, organized tray for everybody. You don't get that with the base game of this Dungeon Mayhem or with the expansion. I don't remember what the expansion's called, but it adds Minsk and Boo and Jahira. I don't know if could be pronouncing that wrong, but who knows. So the game is a action-packed card game for 2 to 6 players, and each player takes control of a person and they attempt to defeat the other players in the card game. So you have different things. Each character has a player sheet that has what the symbols each mean, and it has on it your health points. So you will grab out of a little box with a ton of tokens. You will find your character and move them around and try to find exactly which one you are. So for this instance, I am Dr. Tentaculus. So I need to find the Mind Flayer. As you can see, there is a lot of tokens. I can't even find it. There's still more in the box. Ah, there he is. So you grab 1 token for your character, so Dr. Tentaculus, and you grab 1 broken heart container. Now I may be putting these on the wrong section, but I'm going to put them here. So you put your token on 10 to symbolize that you have 10 health, and you keep the heart token for later. I will explain that in a moment. So then you have the different logos on the cards. So you have a shield that will block 1 damage, and you can place shield cards in front of you, like so. There's plenty of cards that have shields, and the shields will protect you from attacks from your enemies, your neighbors. You might have one that has 1 shield or 2 shields. Maybe you get a shield and you get to attack. Maybe you get a shield and attack twice. Or 2 shields. Everybody has their own moves as well, and everyone has cards, and not everyone has the exact same cards, but they all have these 5 different possibilities. The next one is draw a card. So if you play that card, you get to draw another card. That's handy. You know, you can get through your deck, find your other special cards, formulate a plan, defeat your enemies, or your friends, or both. Your frenemies, if you would. The next one down is deal 1 damage. That's pretty self-explanatory. You deal 1 damage, so you deal a damage. When you deal damage, you can only attack people to your left or right. So if you are playing with 4 people, you cannot attack the person directly across from you, but you could attack the person to your right or to your left. Well, I guess for you it would be right, left, maybe. I don't know. The camera is weird, but this is my right and this is my left. The next one down is a lightning bolt, and it gets to play an extra card. So if you play a card and it has a lightning bolt, you will get to play another card after that. And you can stack that. So you could end up playing 10 cards potentially, depending on what character you are. The last one is to recover 1 hit point. So if you recover 1 hit point, what you will do is you will take your slider on your track. Let's say you're at 7. If you recover 1 hit point, you would move up to 8. The next thing is different. They're called Mighty Powers. Now, Mighty Powers are special to each character. So, for instance, Dr. Tentaculus has a Mighty Power of swap your hand with an opponent's hand. So, you grab your hand of cards and you give it to somebody else. Now you have all their abilities, if they have that ability in their hand. You have all their cards and whatever comes with it. The next one down is what looks like a notepad, and it's add the top card of each opponent's discard to your hand. So you go around and each person's top card in their discard, you add it to your hand, whatever that card may be. And then the last one is a brain with little tentacles coming out, like a Mind Flayer. Heart attack an opponent once for each card they have in their hand, max of 5, so that can really devastate someone later in the game. Now, to go into a little bit more detail about the health. So, as I'm sure many of you can realize, it goes down one at a time for each hit, and if you get to the heartbreak token, you die, and that is the end. But if you have shields in front of you, that's where the heart token that I mentioned earlier comes in play. So let's say I have 2 shields in front of me and someone does 1 damage. I will put the heart token over one of the shields to symbolize that I still have 1 shield left, but not the other. Last but not least, the game will, after you die in the game, you become a vengeful ghost. And every time it would be your turn, you would just do 1 damage to any player at the table, ignoring the rule of they have to be adjacent to you. So you could attack the person across the table, you could attack a person in the next room if they're playing the game for some reason. This game, I feel, is very fun. I demoed it at my local comic shop, and I thought it would be a little fun, but I demoed it with a worker there, and it blew me away. I brought the game, well, I won't say it blew me away there, it was fun, and I brought it home, and my lovely wife also enjoyed it, and when she enjoys the game, it makes me happy. So I made sure to go out and buy all the expansions immediately. My favorite character is Hoots Magoots, who is an owlbear. I love owlbears. But each character is so unique, and the art on each card is just, it's funny, it's cute, it's cool. You know, you have plenty of characters to choose from with the 12. You have Blorp, who is a gelatinous cube. You have Hoots Magoots, who's an owlbear. You have Oriax, who's a tiefling. You have Minskin Boo, who is a warrior with a hamster. I mean, there's so many different options. You have Delilah Deathray, who's it's escaping me now. I can't remember what they're called. But I'm sure I'll put it up on the screen because I'll remember by the time the video is edited. But Delilah Deathray is one of those beholder. That's what it is, a beholder. Delilah Deathray is a beholder. But the game is just fun all around. You battle with friends, and maybe sometimes you win, maybe sometimes you lose, and try not to be a sore loser. But, it happens. Game's super easy to pick up, super simple. After 1 5-10 minute game, you're gonna know what you're doing, and you can just keep playing games. Me and my wife will play games sometimes before work. We'll play 2 or 3 games in 20 minutes. The game is definitely better with at least 3-4 people, but you can play with 2. You may have noticed if you looked at the picture or if I talked to you in person, but I actually have a new logo. Moth of a Game has a new logo courtesy of my friend Solomon. Thank you, Solomon. If anyone would like his information, if you want him to do something for you, just let me know. I think Solomon did an amazing job. The logo looks great. Thanks, Solomon. So next week, I'm wondering what game you guys would like me to do. If I don't get any votes, then I'll just choose one on my own. Maybe it'll be one of these, maybe it won't, who knows. But if you want to vote, leave a comment below. We have Here to Slay, which is a semi-new game. I think the Kickstarter just started coming out not so long ago, but I bought this one for retail. Very fun game. If you've ever played Unstable Unicorns, very similar, cute cards, fun game. But I'll get into more detail with that in its video whenever it comes. If you guys want it to be next, let me know. And then we also have, apparently reading the back of this tells me, the #1 anticipated party game of 2016, Secret Hitler. This game is a blast. And the name, if you've never heard of it, the name might sound weird, Secret Hitler. Hitler's bad, why would there be a game about him? And I can get into more detail about that and you can find out more about it. But this game is one of my favorite games right now, probably my favorite party game that we have. And Here to Slay, it is my newest game, but it is our featured game. So me and my wife have games that we put on the shelf and we leave up so you can see the nice box art when we really are enjoying a game. Last time was the one we just did, was the D&D Dungeon Mayhem Monster Madness, and this time it's Here to Slay. So, if you would, please smash that like button and hit that bell to be notified next time I drop a video. And if you would, leave a comment below on what game you would rather me play next. We can do Here to Slay or Secret Hitler. You decide. Thanks.